Hey everybody, welcome, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day, whether it's daytime or evening, nighttime, that you're tuning in to this episode and conversation. I don't take your time for granted, so it is just, it's just always humbling for those of you guys that tune in, just tune into my different conversations, etc. So thanks again for, the support and the love and all of that. So today's conversation is going to be about the pathological lies and deception of the female narcissist. This conversation is going to be a continuation of my last video on my counterfeit friendship with a female narcissist. And so I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll go ahead and start with what a pathological liar is, or pathological lying, what it is. It's the compulsive urge to lie about matters big and small, regardless of the situation. That's one definition I came across. Another definition of pathological liars, or I guess another summary of them, is that they demonstrate little care for others, and they tend to be manipulative in other aspects of their lives. They lie with such conviction that at times the pathological liar can actually believe the lies that he or she tells. And of course, it is a major quality found in these demonic disorders like narcissism and otherwise. And so, yeah, it's a defining factor found in narcissists or what have you. And then I even came across some perspectives on lies and narcissists or what have you. One of my favorite places on the internet. I won't disclose that here. I've given y'all quite a few resources, but Flying Monkeys, the narcissist herself, enablers, they're watching. So I can't give out all my stuff or whatever. But I have a couple perspectives on narcissists and their lies. One young lady in this one place says that that they are expert liars. In fact, they tell lies to perfection, down to their facial expressions, hand gestures, body language, their pretend emotional investment, etc. And all these things work in tandem to make the listener, believe the lies being told. And then another person said narcissists are powerfully convincing liars because they have no guilt. They do not have any feelings that get in the way. They also have studied you, their target, in great detail. So they know what you want to hear. So that's really good, that person's perspective. And then another perspective I saw, oh goodness. Oh no. Those were two really good perspectives. Here's one. They lie and are convincing because very subtly they are able to bring you into their quote unquote reality. Slowly over time, they turn you and your thinking into what they want, your thinking to be. They seem so genuine, so kind and giving. You can't believe that they would ever hurt you, betray you, etc. They train you and they groom you to serve their needs slowly over time and to also fulfill their agendas. And then further down in that paragraph of their commentary, they said that narcissists are so convincing because they seem so perfect and so kind. They seem, again, to have your best interest at heart. And it's very hard when you do come to realize after a while that they have been manipulating you and deceiving you the entire time that you've known them. And so that is some perspective there on narcissists and their lies. And so I guess we're going to go ahead and get into just the various lies that were told to me in various conversations, what I can recollect so far. Because, of course, those of us that know what dealing with these nightmares is like, it's like it kind of hits you in waves, the entire experience with them, whether you were their friend, you work with them professionally, you dated them, you were married to them, just the flashbacks, the reflections and stuff like that, it hits you in waves. And so for what I can recollect as of late, the biggest lie that she told was that we would always be friends. I remember that day very well or whatever, but yeah, so that obviously was a lie because she was never, she was never a real friend in the first place. What else? Let's see. Oh, as far as like people trying to link and excuse the demonic behavior of narcissists, actions, etc. People that try to excuse their behavior and actions as being a result of their childhood trauma. It's like, I'm a prime example. Others of you, that had this experience in your childhood, like you had a less than perfect and ideal, childhood environment, dynamic, etc. But like, we're not narcissists. Like we're not psychopaths. We're not sociopaths. So, we came out pretty good. Some of us have gone to therapy. There's nothing wrong with that. Narcissists are demons. So there's no therapy for being a demon. It's not how that, that's just not how that works. It's one thing to have struggles and stuff like that. But when you're a whole certified demon in a human shell, there's no therapy for that. It's not how this works. And so, I believe I mentioned in my last video about how we connected on like, family backgrounds or what have you. And, she kind of got me hooked as far as like making it seem like we were alike in this dynamic of having had childhood trauma. But I don't believe various stories that she told me about her family dynamic, because after all, she smeared my name, in various places on the internet. And so it's like, after you smeared my name and, I didn't do anything harmful to you, etc., like, surely you probably haven't told the truth about various relatives of yours, etc., that you have bad mouth and stuff like that. So that is that on that. Let's see. As far as like deception goes, so as far as her having like moved in on my relationship with the guy over time, and she was always kind of just in the background and stuff like that, and like envied just, the chemistry he and I had, et cetera, et cetera. She envied it low key and like played it off pretty well, I guess you could say. She'd make comments like, I'm not in your boyfriend's DMs like that, which was not true, because, there'd be times where like late at night, he and I would be talking or what have you. And lo and behold, it'd be like maybe midnight my time or so, or whatever. Or maybe, it'd be midnight whoever's time, because she's 5 hours ahead of me in a different country. And so it'd be midnight, either my time or her time. And, she'd be like cracking jokes with GIFs and memes and crap like that. And, I'm thinking I've got his undivided attention, but he's low key conversing with her. And it's like out of order, obviously, both people are at fault, in the wrong, etc. So that's just what that is. But it's like, yeah, like, oh, I'm not in your boyfriend's DMs like that, as if you don't low key, have a thing for him. Not right. But with the female narcissist, it'll happen because they are bold, they're intrusive, they're entitled, like we know that they are, to every capacity of entitlement. They're entitled. And they don't respect boundaries of other people's relationships and just otherwise. They don't respect boundaries. And so that's just what that is. And yeah, let's see what else. She lied about how she doesn't like older guys, which that actually might be true. But then wrapped up in that, again, she moved in on my relationship with, somebody who's older than she is or whatever. And of course, she has ulterior motive. She has ulterior motive for weaseling her way into things and everything else. And there's ulterior motive with everything that they do and say. So, that was a lie that, oh, I don't even like older guys and blah, 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 whatever. Let's see. She's not trustworthy, obviously. I mean, I don't know how I can't even think of clearly how she would even express to me that she's trustworthy, and she won't go speaking on this, that, and the other. But obviously, again, we know how the smear campaign goes down. Those of y'all that know and you guys have had your name smeared online, in your families, in the workplace, etc., around town, I guess, or whatever, you guys know how that goes. And so with the smear campaign, you found out just how much of you just found out that, again, you were deceived the entire time you knew the person. And it was just a matter of time before they just greatly violated your trust and confiding in them and all of that. So Obviously, there's no trust with a narcissist. You'll live to regret it. You think today that you won't, but your day is going to come as well where you live to regret trusting that person with anything and everything. And so that's that on that, as far as, being deceptive and everything else. She claims she got cheated on, like in some 2-year relationship. I don't think that's true. I think she was the catalyst for that. And I don't think that, so-called ex-boyfriend, I don't think that person is as, whatever as she tried to make him out to be or whatever. And yeah, so that's that on that. Let's see, as far as being deceptive, and being a liar, with the guy and everything else, she claimed that she wanted to see us happy together, forever. And of course, that wasn't true. What else? Oh, here's a good story time, actually, as far as her lies. So we all know how aggressive, sadistic, insidious, vindictive, etc. that these things are. So back in May, there was like a voice conversation that we had in that online platform that I mentioned to you guys on my last video. So it was me, her, the guy, and whoever else on that voice conversation. And we were just talking about relationships. And we were talking about relationships or what have you, a conversation, that I put together and everything else. And excuse me. And at one point, there was a scenario given by one of the guys of what would you ladies do if you caught your man in a car that you paid for with another woman? So that was the question. So Sneaky over here, Sneaky, when those of us that know her, know the kind of things that she's capable of, she sat there and told several lies that night on that voice conversation, but that's another story. She said that she wouldn't do anything aggressive or whatever, that she would pretty much just go about her life or whatever. And it's like, those of y'all that know, y'all know how, she has harassed me, stalked me, impersonated me, made memes and gifs. She's done all kinds of just slander, etc. against my name. And it's like, if you do that to somebody online, you'll definitely stab somebody, shoot somebody or whatever. If they, a woman, you would definitely stab a woman however many times you would stab her. If you caught her in your car with your man, she lied. Like, it's just funny the stuff that she lies about over time. And if you choose to not be any of the wiser, like, you'll sit there and just be an enabler of her trickery and stuff like that. And let's see, what else? Of course, she's told various, lies about me and her smear campaigns over the past few months, the triangulation, and everything else. And then, of course, conversations with her flying monkeys, which, of course, we know that flying monkeys are the narcissist minions who side, they're the people that side with the narcissist and join their team, and they participate in the demonic agenda that the narcissist has, to try to destroy your life and stuff like that. So that's what the flying monkeys are, in psychological terms or what have you. And what else? I mean, these are just some of the lies and deception or what have you. I mean, ultimately, the entire connection of so-called friendship with her was nothing but deception. So that's just what that is. And I mean, that's pretty much the gist of the lies that I got that I could think of to make note of. Oh, and let's see. That's pretty much the gist of what I've got written down or what have you. And so, of course, the entire time you're friends with the person or in relationship with them, they're taking notes about you and keeping records and stuff like that to blackmail you and all that kind of nonsense or whatever. And oftentimes you don't see it coming per se. And so you just kind of take everything in stride. But yeah, that pretty much just sums up some of the lies that I can think of that this girl told over time. And it's honestly just amazing. It's honestly just amazing that thankfully I've come out on the other side of all this. And, I can share with you guys. I can Encourage those of you that need the encouragement whenever you do tune to a video, and the video hopefully is on time for that particular moment that you may need it. And that's pretty much it, man. We know how these things are with these narcissists. And so share with me in the comments down below just various lies and deception you found yourself experiencing with either a male or a female narcissist. Share with me down in the comments below your own personal experiences, even one or two dynamics of it. I'd love to hear from you. And other than all of that, you guys, I can't think of much else to share at this particular moment. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And if you feel led to subscribe. And that's pretty much it. So talk to y'all later. Bye.